ba 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 ba. Ooh, let's see what you have. Well, this looks like it was based off of cookie cutter Django. I can tell because it has merge production.envs. Yep, built with cookie cutter Django. I probably do not have it set up correctly. Let's see what I have. I thought I did that actually. No, I didn't. Well, that could have been it. Yep. Okay, I swore I had that. So I think what I did is I might have blown it away by accident. But that would make some sense. Don't use that. Well, yeah, we definitely can set up a Redis backend. Then where are your consumers? Widgets. Okay. So async, you connect. This number. All right, let's okay, and then routing, what do you have? So yeah, widget save. Ah, okay. So let me. So here's books, builds. Whoa, where's my consumers? Oh, that's right. It's in my views. So you're using async, but I can get away with this. And I'll just call this build save self event. Yeah, I'm just gonna we'll call it build. Okay, now in the routing, we have it there. And then in the root, that calls the same, that calls it. So that should be there, right? Right, and then let's see if we have models. Ah, okay, I'm seeing it now. So now under, and then what I'll do once, if I get this working, I'll paraphrase it just so we can make sure I get it. Okay, so you get the channel layer, channel layer group send to group send, and we're gonna do, so you had that widgets, I have that so hold on. The question is so you're specifying widgets there. So routing, WebSocket. So hold on for a second. So we have build, save data. Look at your connect method. Ah, okay. That makes sense because that's how you, okay, so that's the thing. I'm not specifying this. So of course it's going to be, and you call that widgets. I could call this builds. Now I could do, that adds it to the channel. Yeah, now I get it. So I can just do builds. Now I get it. So now when this happens, this goes to, that is the group send, and hold on, let me think for a second. That is, and now you add in, okay, so I can do, aha, so it'd be type build build save, and then we can specify some data, and that would be if I understand this correct. Yeah. All right. So let's am I missing anything? So I have the widget.save, and then this will do build.save, and I'm guessing that will map there. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that's build views 100. Oh, yeah, because I'm doing everything synchronously for now, and then I'm sure it's exactly the same thing. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Oh, I have to change this. So let's do, let's see what happens. So nothing's blowing up, but then again, nothing's happening, and that's fine. So let's take a look at, build, action, save, data, event, data. So let's just do, channels layer. So we are getting the channels layer, so that part's working. Before, this was returning a none value. That's why I wanted to check with that. So type build save, data is that message, and then the question is the system designed to actually support this? So let me, the thing though is that the data that I'm returning is typically HTML. Let me try, because I think the issue actually is more on the template side. Okay, so let's see what we get. So now if I click here, let's change this, make it sure it actually changes. Okay, so this is not, okay, so yeah, I think it actually is. Let me put in a little bit more visibility into what we have with, oh, it just changed. Oh, that's because that's a false positive. That is because every 3 seconds it's doing this. So I want to take this out because this is forcing it to update. Okay, so we're going to change this to an error. And yeah, it's not going to show anything. All right, and then on the plus side, it is not. Hey. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to yell in everyone's ears. So let's see if this is actually being fired. Let's just make sure that print bang. Okay, just want to make sure that the pieces are connecting and do this one step at a time. Okay, and now switch this to error. Huh. So the question is where is, so I think this build save is not being called correctly, that I have not configured this accurately. In fact, raise, I think this is gonna do absolutely nothing. I'm gonna restart it just to go with a clean slate. Yeah, it had no problem with it. So that's excellent that we figured this out. So build save, you have in your code, you have widget saved, sender instance, widget type widget.save. It's a good question. So I have build.save. So let me just make sure I understand in my signal. Does build.save, does that indeed translate out to build_save? Okay, so for whatever reason that we have, one thing that you do have that I don't have is you convert async to sync and then you wrap this function up. So let's it should behave the same, just the output is different. I'm going to, this shouldn't break anything. Okay, so let's try this again. Huh. I wonder if that's been an issue. Shouldn't have been. HTTP post. So the issue is that this is not calling. So let's see if we can find where I might have messed this up. That is straightforward. And then if we look at the routing here, we know that this works. We know it works because it has worked in, it works already. So let's see what you have. So widget layer. Let's go to widgets and consumers and just async def. I guess so. What I'll do is let's do this, and then it might just be that because I'm not doing async def, it is just getting hung up. Okay, let's give it a try. And I may convert it to a JSON object very soon. I understand this is but I don't think it's going to make any difference. Nevertheless, let's give it a try. Action, save. Okay, so that is a okay. And then is there anywhere else I need to specify this? No, that's it. All right, so let's give this a try. Line 97 inside of build views. That, oh. Oh, look at that. I got something. Wow. Okay, so this is okay, so what I could do, so right now it's, what if I did async WebSocket consumer, right? And we'll cross that out, and now we'll try it. Maybe it's because I was trying to do it entirely synchronously in this activity, and actually that makes some sense when you think about it. Sort of. Okay, so I didn't get an error that time. Okay, so watch this. So I have error. Okay, we're gonna switch to finish and see what happens. And it does nothing. That's okay. Not getting worked up about it yet. Let's see if we can raise an exception and see if it's see if we can at least blow things up. All right, let's try another drastic thing. Let's get rid of this. I don't think that's gonna... All right, so now let's go back to the async JSON WebSocket consumer, and we will comment out the exception, and then let's see, let's try, oh, sorry, because this won't re... Oh, that was interesting. Watch this. So okay, so dict has no attribute in code. I think that's because what I need to do is, if I go to models, I want to see what you have in yours. See, but you just have a very straightforward string, and either your string or my string should work. So you have type build.save data. So where is that happening? And you're doing self.send just like I am doing. Or are you? So send JSON. There we go. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. That's it. So now what I can do is, where before I had it in the receive, I can do rendered string, and then would that be right? Let's find out. So we need to go to models, get Okay, let's try it again. And then do I need to do like a wait? Yeah, I think I do. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm doing this in the wrong place. Can I just do a self.send? Well, I switched to async JSON web consumer for now, just because that's the async web consumer is working. So I'm just trying to figure out how to builds equals await. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing. Await rendered string, render to string, sync to async. Okay, so here this is async. We construct the dictionary, which let's just do it this way. It's a little bit, let's keep it as is. And then we have our rendered string. So let's get what we can. Cannot assign to await expression. What am I doing wrong? I thought I could do this. Sync to async, sync to async. Let's see what happens if I. Okay, so now if let's try doing this as, so we have an error. We're gonna do close by admin. And the socket closed because objective type coroutine. Let's try await. See if that lets us do it. Why cannot assign to await expression? Ah! Trying to remember how this works. Cannot assign to await expression. But then it doesn't like me. Let's see what we can do. Maybe I had this a little bit wrong. Hey. And the answer I got here was You cannot call this from use a thread or sync to async. And this is on line 104. What? Oh, I forgot parentheses. Or did I? Oh, you know what? You're so right. Oh my God, that's what it is. Ah, okay. So I think I can get away with doing it this way, because then I'll actually do it inside the render to string. Okay, so where did it blow up on? Build.save render to string 105. Oh, hold on. I think I got the location, the parentheses wrong. I've made this mistake before, I think. Or maybe I did it the other way. Okay, we can do this. And then, of course, we have to... Look at that. That's it. Oh my God, that's it. It needs some cleanup, but that is what we're trying to do. So to clean it up, what we're going to do is, so what we did before is we had our, we parsed the data. And now what we can do is we can just stick that in. Yep, that's it. So we're still parsing JSON. What's nice is now that we have this with the JSON, the async JSON web consumer, we can figure out how to make this work with without JSON shortly. Let's get it working first. Thank you so much, Mark. Oops, didn't like that. Let's do a, let's see what kind of data we're getting. I thought, I think it would be, we look at the message. It is data.data, just to confuse me. Now the trick is documenting all this. This is the, because this is the sort of thing where people have been begging me to do WebSockets on in Django. That's it. That is 100% it. Yes. That is awesome. Whew. So what I want to do in just a second, I don't want to change this yet. I want to commit this. Is she asleep? Okay. All right. Oh, Mark, you are awesome. Thank you. I need to give you credit, like, in a bunch of stuff for this. So if anyone who's listening, finite singularity, Mark Dabasi, please tell me I get your name right. He's been, I guess, a regular on my channel for a little bit, and he's awesome. He certainly has helped me start to get up to speed with modern channels, since I'm a channels one kind of guy. Working JSON powered channels. Yeah, thank you for your patience. I don't know where you get it from. I guess you're not writing books. That would explain it, wouldn't it? Okay, so one of the things that he did, and you can even, when I look at my old channels work, in addition to having the connect, the receive, and the disconnect, we have our own, we can define our own methods within the consumer that we have. We define build save. To be able to access this consumer at all, we need to assign a group name. So we do that upon connection. We give a group name of builds, because this is the consumer for pretty much all the build data. And then this is basically boilerplate, which adds the group to the default channel, which in our case I think is called WebSockets. And then when someone first accesses it, they get to see this receive, which probably isn't necessary now. So I'm going to comment this out, and just because this is like an extra query that is unnecessary. One of the things you can accidentally do with the WebSockets, or any view where you're trying to learn it, is you inevitably are going to be doing too much with queries. You're going to add in extra queries. It's just one of the things that you face. So yeah, and in this case, so what Mark's pointing out is receive only is called when someone is sending something from the client. We don't really, I mean, well, we could make this a separate call and support that. There's no reason to. Like, I'd rather have this work without WebSockets, because the truth of the matter is WebSockets can be severed. They can be cut. And I know there's like a re-WebSocket library that we could load, but we don't have that yet. So we have to account for the fact that our WebSockets will collapse. So it's good to make your views robust enough to be able to operate without WebSockets. In the models in our WebSocket signal, and this is, I know people say, oh, you don't like signals, can this go into a save, into where you override save? And the answer to that is no, not really. In fact, I'm sending this twice. I need to look up where you catch things from running twice with signals. Typically, you cannot really account for save to work after, I mean, if I assign stuff after this save method, like, call super.save and then stick in some code and then return the value, I cannot absolutely expect that to fire, just how Django works. What I can expect to fire reliably is this signal right here. And this should arguably go into its own signals thing. And then that, coming back here, we're using an async. Right now we're using an async JSON WebSocket consumer. And what I'm about to do right now is try this with a regular WebSocket consumer and see what happens. Because it'd be nice, especially considering my project, if I didn't have to parse the results. So let's give that a try. Okay, so the page builds as usual. Now we are going to get an error because the data that it is going to expect, well, I need to actually make a small change. This, I think, is going to be send, and this may not work. And if this doesn't work, then we're going to revert it back to the JSON consumer. Okay, so so we changed it and let's give it a try. This is probably the wrong data, and I'll have to look it up. So I'm going to look up finished, and we had a close of a socket, and it does not like this. So what we'll do is we'll look up Django Channels dot read the docs. That's it. Thank you for letting me know. We're going to, and one of the things when I was debugging this that you notice is I was trying to work piece by piece and remove all possible variables, and was only moderately successful. All right, so let's give this a try. Oh, and we should comment this out. (114). Oh, we have extra parentheses. I don't know how people in the Lisp universe do it. Okay, so this is gonna break, but it is a break that we're expecting to, because it's expecting JSON. We're about, if this works, we're gonna be sending it just straightforward text. Yes, that is exactly what we wanted to see. So now what we're gonna do is in here, see how we parse the data. Instead, we're gonna just do, we're gonna actually see the shape of data. Because right now we don't really know what the data looks like. Okay, so let's, all right, so the message event, so it will be data. So what we'll do is, I should be able to do e.data, comment this out. Let's do a JavaScript comment. Okay, let's try it again. And then, so we have this error. If this works, we should see it turn into finished. And still waiting. Still waiting. Oh, thank you, Codeval, for viewing. So that error did not change. We're gonna try it again. Whoa, it just changed. Oh, wait. Finished. Okay, hold on. We have as error. Let's, okay, so wait a second. Something weird is happening. So we have error, and then we're going to change it to created. So we, oh, there's a created in there, but we should see this error. Are there any errors? I'm confused. Okay, so we have created. So there's a created. We're going to change it to close. So closed by admin. Something weird is happening. Looks like it's loading the last test before the one you just submitted. Yeah. Trying to figure out why. Well, you know what? Let's take it back, because what I want to do is, we weren't having this problem when this was JSON powered, were we? In which case we know that there's a behavior that we're not familiar with, and maybe maybe send is not exactly what we want. I don't know yet. So if we go here and we okay, so let's try it now and see if we have a similar behavior. So I have an error, and now we should see an update to in progress. Oh, it didn't like that. Oh, data, that data. Let's try it again. Oh, I need to refresh it. Did that? Hold on. I think I want to get rid of some of these records because it's confusing me. I'm going to get rid of all these records except for 2, just so it's really obvious what is going on. Okay, so we have in progress. We're going to change you to an error. And not quite working as expected. Okay, so send JSON. That is really, really interesting. Interesting. So we're getting the data coming in, and the data is probably up to date. Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. How do we prevent dupes and signals? Prevent dupes with signals. Oh, that's right. It's dispatch UID. It's this, right? Is that it sounds really familiar? Okay, let's do error. Still getting it twice. So let's see, we have build list. Let's look at the views. So we have, let's simplify let's, at least we can do this. So build list is And if we look at this, finished, an error. So, oh, this is really, really interesting. What it is receiving is not what we want it to have. So if you see it, it's finished. Both of these are finished, even though, let's see if we can generate that again. If I look at the second record, finished, that's what we see right there. And error. Oh, that time it worked. Okay, let's do close by admin. Okay, it's working now. All right, I'm not sure what I did. I must have. So maybe I'm not hitting it right. So. And if I hit save again, it's not always firing. And I don't know why. Well, what I will do, I should have left that running. Convert. Yeah, I'm gonna ship it. Convert to use async web consumer. Yeah, go ahead. I'm all ears. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. This is just my proof of concept of trying to get it to work. Yeah, that certainly is probably a good idea. So I think that's what we'll do. And I think what you are talking about is in the view, the event. We're not working off the event. Instead, we're working off of basically everything. The message coming back is, you know, it's almost meaningless. So, yeah. But listen, I have to go. It is Friday, and my daughter is asleep, so I can get a few things done. And it's not like I get tonight off. I've got a ton of work to do. But thank you, Mark, so much. I'll hit you up and in a whisper. So I really do appreciate it. For everyone else, thank you for for hanging out while we figured this out. Just quick promotional stuff besides Diet Dr. Pepper and supporting our friends at GetCentry. Actually, what we should do is see how they responded to that. Let's see if they responded. They didn't respond. I think they're trying to be politically nice. Oh, they love the gumption. No, is he a member of Sentry? I don't know. I don't think so. He's working on Airflow. Oh, cool. And he's in Los Angeles. Is Airflow powered by Django? That's interesting. Anyway, so yeah, please support Sentry if you need performance monitoring or logging of errors and stuff like that. They're awesome. It's open source. If you like Armin Ranisher, then this is the company and a company that really contributes to the community in terms of open source and code and just improving everybody's coding lives. This is a great place to be. And they also have pretty funny art when you look at this page. They've got on their front page, they have a bird pooping on an umbrella. So that alone is worth switching from other vendors for this. And also, if you want to support us and my coding efforts, if you go to feldroy.com, there are books, 2 Scoops of Django, Django Crash Course, and of course, we have our live online courses where you can ask me questions live. And thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Mark, for I guess coaching me through this. You're like my channels coach, and it's awesome. Thank you everyone for coming, including Al Swigart. You're kind of one of my heroes, so it's awesome that you're around. So take care, everyone, and have an awesome weekend.